What an evening. What an evening for a little bit of streaming, Medieval Castle Foundation style. Welcome, everyone, to the largest stream on YouTube in my apartment. Vampy, how the heck are you? I think you should go to bed, though, Vampy. I think it's like super early where you are, or super late, whichever direction that you start in. Is 1 in the morning super early or super late? For my wife, super early. For me, super late. Also, is it super late? It's not even that late for me. That's the problem. That's the problem I'm having with my life. Son of Dorn says, I'm doing great, thank you. Glad I caught you. Yeah, Son of Dorn, I haven't seen you in a million years. I hope you're doing well. Matthew Horvath, I haven't seen you in a while either. Vampy, I see you all the time. That's what I'm talking about. Vampy, it's nearly 4 a.m., so to me that's super early. But maybe you're more of a super late type with that. Okay, let's take a quick look at how things are going in here. Honestly, the township has filled in really nicely, and we just have to move up here, I think. Onto the I did say in the title that we were going to build a castle or a gatehouse. We could build a gatehouse here and then move on. I kind of think the real move is the monastery. We got to start on this monastery here. No access to luxury. Well, we're going to worry about that later, because part of that luxury access is going to include, vegetables and wax, candles and honey and all that stuff that that these guys need to do here. The monastery. Son of Dorn said, "I'm also James Piper." Oh, you have so many accounts. You're one of those people. Okay, yeah, dude, our sales are going through the roof there. So, this is going well. What does this say here? Missing raw materials. So we're down on raw stone and polished stone. We do have another stone deposit up here. Oh, I've built yet another one. Right, okay, I did like a half one. So we'll get that staffed up, and we'll see if they get mad at me because they don't have homes nearby. Try to get some more stone going in. Mr. Dew says, Good evening, Mr. Dew. My husband wakes me up when he gets in from work, makes me a brew, and then goes to bed. But why are you up so early? Or is that just how it goes with you? You're just like, I'm wired, I'm awake, I have to be awake. Is that how it goes? Yeah, we really do have just this one gatehouse left. I need to move that tower over. I feel like it's monastery time, right? Which could potentially be a big boondoggle, but the boondoggle will result in us being able to do other stuff. Missing raw materials. What are you missing? Gems. You're missing uncut gems. So I feel like we need to probably buy this land here. Too late. Did it. And then we need to start looking at what a monastery would look like. I don't really know anything about how to build a monastery, so this is going to be a weird thing to look at. But as you can see, I've unlocked pretty much everything. So this is probably going to get out of hand. Monk dorms, nun dorms, monastic scriptorium, herb garden. What a monastic grange used for storing and trading monastic type resources, best suited to unreached status. I don't know what that means, unreached status. Your village is almost 800 people. I thought 300 was a lot. I thought 300 was also killing off my CPU. Oh, they're trying to upgrade their house. That's probably why I'm running out of so many stone. I have one more stone left, though. And then I'm done consuming my stones. We can start building up backstock. Monasteries are weird. Figuring it out now. Yeah. Hi, Dexamine. Hi, sad people. Now, this might only be like an hour one, so I'm glad you guys are here, because I may probably just start falling asleep. I gotta be careful. Okay, refectory, great hall. We don't need a great hall. Cloister, a place for monastery occupants to meditate about their lives and what they wish to eat for dinner. Hilarious. Okay, so that's going to be the rustic cloister walls, I believe, are outward facing, and then they go to the interior of the building. Am I not mistaken about that? In other words, like something like this, right? It'd be like, you know what I mean? Something like that. Okay, well, that's obviously not, okay, that's, oh boy, yeah. This is going to be a tough design. Because we're also up on this hill, too. I'm not really sure how we're going to do this. But basically, I'm pretty sure that's what the cloister is. It's inward facing and backwards. Then, we of course need to create Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff going on here. We of course need to then create obviously like a big cathedral, but maybe the cathedral is second once we get this built here. Sleeping on stream wild. I might. Same, if I go quiet, I've fallen asleep. Yeah, but Vampy, you probably should fall asleep. Vampy says it's because he gets in at 2-ish is the reason why you're up so late. But that doesn't explain why you get up. Okay, vegetable garden is a single building that you place. Okay, okay. We have this steep hill here, so I think the cloister wall needs to basically come here. So let's go, okay, monastic scriptorium, a monk dorms. Let's go dorms, perhaps, right off the bat. Maybe not a rustic hall. Oh, that kind of does look good, though. With a rustic gallery. And a rustic tower. Oh, a rustic passageway. I love a rustic passageway. That's kind of nice. Okay, so, like, I don't know, we just, like, start kind of building and experimenting with the pieces we have here. A rustic hall. Wooden rustic hall. Not feeling it. A rustic quarters major. Major. Oh, boy, this is going to be... This is... Oh, okay, that's interesting. Already, this is 100 stone, like, and it's way too heavy of a structure. That looks way too heavy. Oh boy, okay. This is one of those buildings where it's like just a where do you start kind of situation, to be honest with you all. To be honest, okay, if I'm being honest with every single one of you, that's what we're faced with. I almost feel more at home with a little something smaller like this, 5 monk capacity. But then you go out, right? And then you add a sub-building. And the sub-building will be the cloister. And then the cloister could potentially have, you know what I mean? Something like that. Oh, you can't raise it. Interesting. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be a tough one, to be honest with you guys. Like, I'm just like, I'm at a loss for what I'm looking at. Oh, boy. Okay, so let's push this forward a little bit. No, I mean, I like the window popping out there, but I kind of want the window on this side, too. Oh, there isn't a window. Okay. Well, maybe there's like a facade of some kind, so I don't mind that. The cloister wall kind of goes up to that in a nice spot. Should probably put a door there, even just for the looks. But then what can we do with the edge of this? A reinforced chimney, perhaps? Oops. Reinforced chimney, yes. Sleeping on stream. Oh, I got a tab out to get my... There we go. Okay. All right. James Wren, what did you say? 37 weeks. Time is counting down. Is that for you for your first baby? Oh, my goodness. You can do it, dude. I guess we picked monks, by the way. I didn't know if I was going to pick monks, but I suppose we're picking monks. So I almost need a corner piece here. Are there round towers in a monastery? Doesn't appear to be. Okay, let's go for a rustic gate minor, rustic gate humbled. I need like a smaller door still. Well, let's go back into... Let's click on cloister and see if they have smaller doors. They do not appear to. I think what we... Yeah, okay. I think the vibe right now is going to be masking out the shape of this bad boy. So let's see if I can get a door in here. By turning snapping off, of course. Okay. So that... Whoa, my goodness, the camera. Oh, it's because we're up this, like, mountain here. It's non-functional, right? But I don't mind it. Let's see if I can move it, though. There it is. Oh, interesting. I didn't know this wall wasn't really attached. There. Okay. So right now we have a monk dorm capacity of 18. That's not terrible. Baby part 2 is in 37 weeks. Nice. I feel like that's somewhat similar to ours. Okay. Rustic Cloister entrance, walkway. What was I doing? What was that, a walkway or an entrance? I can't remember. Yeah, so obviously these are going to be tough because they're on a slant. I think we should shape out this cloister and then build some buildings off of that essentially. Cloister corner, love a cloister corner. But let's come forward quite a lot first. Okay, so let's go cloister entrance. Oh wow, that's positive. That's a positive entrance for the whole thing. Okay. Another walkway next to that. I wish they would line up a little better, though. I mean, that's a little bit annoying, but it is what it is because we're the ones that decided to build on a hill, so that's ultimately on us. Okay, cloister. Rustic cloister walkway. Maybe a couple more of these. It's so hard to look through this. I think we might have to, like, remove... Let's go remove resources. Because I think our builders might be free right now. And as much as I want to keep chopping all this wood down, these guys are... Yeah, their storage is full, so they can't really chop more trees down. So we're going to have to get people to do that for us. Okay, let's get this corner piece in here. All right. So I guess we kind of need, like a cloister wall. How does that even work? Interesting. Cloister gate. Yeah, see, the problem is the cloister gate is, like, not a pass-through. I think a cloister wall, like this little vibe here, is probably the best bet. So let's keep working forward. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Canadian babies and American babies require the same amount of time. But I've heard that Canadian moms will try to conceive such that their kids are older in the hockey season. What's funny about that is there is some truth to that. A little bit. Just a little bit of truth to it. Well, now, guys, what are we doing here? What's happening here? So I think what this requires is going to be some kind of a tower or something. To normalize whatever was going on there. Like, guys, what is going on with this monastery? Actually, I don't hate it. It's a bit saggy, but I don't hate it. Still, though, it's pretty bonkers behavior what we've got going on here. Let's grab this entrance and see what that looks like, though. Oh, you don't really like snapping, do ya? What is the point of your snaps? Like, that's a snap point? How is that something? How does that make sense? What am I looking at? You can tell I'm so frustrated. I'm like, how do I use this? I'm going to use it the way I want to use it, which is the following. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to turn snapping off and just put it, like, here or something. I'm going to shift-click. I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring these bad boys together in some kind of unholy union. At some point, they both need to overlap each other, I guess. Like, what about that? That's kind of funky. Solid, did you play hockey? Not really, to be honest. I played a lot of pond hockey. And then I think we need a cathedral here, right? The cathedral's got to be based off the side of this cloister. The cloister wall. And then there needs to be a structure back here as well. But already, this is a fair amount of resources. Just to get this bad boy built. Ooh, a rustic facade. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where to put that, obviously. The rustic facade is so interesting. It's very... I mean, that's going to be for our large church. Let's take a look at my progression situation here. Monastery, treasury, yes. Monastery, modest architecture, and then monastic abbatial church. So that's what I want to get to. At which point I'll have to... okay. What am I, 75? Okay. So maybe we leave this as our initial cloister entrance, or our initial cloist. I'm going to put a door on this spot here. Oops. So that's not the only entrance in there. I don't want that to be the only entrance because it's blocked. In fact, it might cause problems. Are you counting pond hockey when I said pond hockey or no? Probably not, right? You almost want to put a tower like here or something. Okay, we'll get there. Okay, so let's go cloister wall. I'm starting to get a hang of this, potentially. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure if I am. You know what? I actually have no idea. Interesting. Okay, you come up one, maybe. Yeah, just so that makes more sense. So you are for the monk dorms, I believe. Okay, yeah, we're back to cloister now. Walkway. God, it's very funky the way this both works and doesn't work at the same time. Oh, heavens. I wonder if they'll keep that tree there. But that's not bad. I don't mind what I'm looking at here. You know what would be nice to do, and I've done this in the previous Foundation game, is build like a little ledge out here. Based off the back of the monastery. So let's go a rustic walkway. Yeah, we might have to, like, undo all this once we unlock a better walkway. Like, that's crazy to me that doesn't... That's like that. Oops. Oh, no. Undo. Click this piece, delete it. Okay, let's put, like, a tower here or something. A rustic belfry of some kind, perhaps. Shamrock says it's looking cozy. Okay, thanks, Shamrock. We love that for me. That's what we love about me. How well this is going so far. That's not terrible, though. I don't disagree. I feel like I am potentially nailing it. Shift click it here. There we go. That looks procedural. You know what I mean? Do we not have some sort of a fencing in here? Oh, a house is downgrading. Where? Where? Or is it too late? I've already missed it. 40 planks. I think it's this one. I think this one is downgrading. And maybe this one is also downgrading. Ah, come on, guys. Why you gotta downgrade? I need to give them way better resources. Actually, let's go daytime right now. Oh, that's better on the eyes. That was hard for a bit. Oh, yeah, I feel like pond hockey is the OG hockey. It started on a pond, right? I have no idea. Isn't there Canadian folklore about this? I'll be honest with you, probably, right? There's probably some lore. I'm not worried about that pathing. Okay, so these houses are downgrading. Honestly, they're going to upgrade and downgrade, which costs me a lot of resources every time that happens. And it's probably because, yeah, we just don't have spots for these resident citizens. They move in, they move out. We're just not providing enough stuff for them, so that's why we need to build this monastery on the hill here. I almost think it should come down a little bit, but also we're going to have some walls up this area and maybe something along here. Because, like, one thing I was thinking, right, that we're potentially missing, or that could add to the vibes here. Let's go castle. Let's just go free build to show you what I mean, right? Is perhaps a series of tiered structures. So, like, we put something along here and then something halfway up here to create a tiered castle. Rather than have this as a steep cliff, we build right into it and build this tiered structure, which I think would look really cool rising out of the dirt. That being said, the first thing I'll build is the top tier, probably, and then we'll add the lower tier. Because we get a sense of, like, if we, visually, if we like it. So far, this is not bad. It's also not, like, let's be honest, it's also not great, right? Maybe this has got to go, and we replace that with a belfry as well. Just for a little bit of matchingtonness. A little more matching, big window. That's not bad. We like that. But essentially, I need to get this area built out so we can just start doing, like, things like farming and such. Okay, so that's how they get into that space. This is how they get into the monkery. Perhaps. Do we do nuns and monks at the same time? Like, what are the vibes there? What are the rules about that, you know? I love this rustic passageway. Again, I'm not 1,000% sure what to do with it. Rustic gallery, rustic quarters, major. A rustic hole. Feels like almost the church, the back of the church should be right there, doesn't it, though? Yeah, that looks a little silly. I think I just don't know anything about cloister design. I have to learn more before I do more of this. In before Solid's monastery tanks his economy. What are we looking at? Okay, so far, only 6 maintenance. That's not bad, Sinister Blank. But my goodness, do I not even know. I have no grasp upon what I am building. And that's what, that's what sometimes why we come to this channel, you know? I know you guys. I know how you guys are certified freaks. Oh, man, I wish I could raise these. You raise me up. Like, what do we do with that? Because that, to me, looks a little dumb. I could get rid of these and just put a wall there. Oh, it's called fence. Or fortifications. Common decoration. City fence? No. Unless we could change the color. I don't know if you can. No. Nope, nope, nope. Get out of here. Okay, so not city fence. Fortification, maybe? Maybe. If I need... In a pinch, I could do that. What about... city fortifications? Let's go village fortifications. Let's go city wall. Might have to do that, eh? Okay, should I keep going with monks? Monk dorms? Or should I do something different? Or should I do something different, you guys? That's how I talk now. I visited a monastery once. The monks just worked out, played basketball, garden prayed, made beer, and wore robes. It actually sounded pretty sweet. Yeah, it's a sweet life. That's good. Says the guy that does not do any of those things, like work out or play basketball. But I would. I would if people would just tithe to me about it. Okay, that's potential. That's something. It's not terrible. Oh, for heaven's sake, the camera moves are nuts. Can somebody tell me video game wise if it's a good idea to have more like more monks, or do you want a bit of both, like monks and nuns? I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna change this out for a different door. Rustic gate liner. There we are. Then let's give this building the better of the entrances, perhaps. Okay, let's see what else we have. Now he says monks. Do the nuns not do as much? Or do they just like heal people or something? Classic nuns. It's not terrible. Perhaps get some chimneys on here. Nope. No, give me, like, raised chimneys. Do you not believe in raised chimneys in this game? I don't do raised chimneys. Vampy says, I don't, monks, I don't know, I haven't played it. Well, Vampsters, you gotta help me out here. I say we get started with what we have here. We've already overspent, to be honest with you. I love the gargoyles, though. As long as I don't need marble. Like, this might be a lot for them to build. It's almost 200 stone, of which we have only 10. But it needs... Okay, the maintenance cost is 11, which is not bad. But you know, I can hear Thetford, Sinister Blank, you were the one that said it, but I can hear you all in my head making fun of me. Oh, that's a funny story, James. One of my sister's college friends became Mother Superior of a convent of nuns, and I was like, I have held that nun's legs while she did a keg stand before she became a Mother Superior. Yeah, I mean, you really forget that they're just people. They're just people. You forget. Are you going to bed? Good night. Everyone say goodnight to Mrs. Solid, please. Please get in your final messages to her. Well, not, you know what I mean. Not like final in that kind of way. No, if I put too many of these, if I put too many whatevers, it'll start to look like a factory. It needs to be more church-esque. I'll stick belfry at the back. Probably is probably the main thing you'd want. That's a bit much, eh? Those are my only... I kind of like the enclosed belfry for this. We love a belfry, folks. Now, what's weird though is this is not going to be the church, but this is how we get to our higher quality church. And that might be too tall, in my humble opinion. The convent is in Missouri. Oh my god, James, that's awesome. Yeah, that really is awesome. Is this too much for a little bit of a monk house? What else do we need here? Requires enclosed area. Create an area closed off on all sides by building parts. Ugh. We have to finish it. Okay, let's think here, folks. We gotta think. Because I think this is supposed to be... This is going to have to be the main church, I think. But I think the monasteries I've looked up, the cloister, so to speak, is on the side. You have a big honkin' church, and then off to the side of it, you have a cloister. But if I want the church to be right here, it's going to be a problem. Undo. All right, this is a problem. This is a whole host of problems here. Monk dorms, cloister, and is this going to count as enclosed by building parts? Probably not. I bet not. Okay, and are these building parts that are enclosing them? So we're gonna need an entrance on the outside as well. Then this doesn't feel like the vibe. I don't like how tall it is on the outside. Around the outside. And I feel like that makes more sense. I almost want the church to be on some sort of a rakish angle or something. Oh, this is tough. Okay. It's gonna look cool in the end though. But it needs to have vibes. It doesn't have vibes. I'm not feeling vibes right now. But basically, yeah, the whole point of building this today is to get them to be able to provide more for our economy. Okay, I'm backing up a little bit. Sorry. Let's delete that. We need building parts across here. I hate how it's doing what it's doing to the thing. So the abbatial church kind of needs to go right here. The cloister almost needs to come down a bit. Is there... Like, how do I get the entire building? You know what I mean? Ah, come on! That looked like it was going to give me the whole building. So this is going to be just the sub-building. And that's all of that. Okay, I don't... Whoa, I don't hate this. I don't hate what we're doing here. Okay, let's get rid of these pieces here for a second. I don't hate moving it down. Basically what we need to do, right, is go in, add a footprint for a church, and then cloister off right next to it. So we have to have a thin little cloister right here, and then we can have our big church right on the hill. So let's move this down even further. Let's go down here. What is this, stone? What are we dealing with here? Grab me my remove resources. Let's get that stone out of there. We don't need stone. We literally have so much stone mining capacity. So we don't need to worry about that. So we're going to go further down the hill with our cloister, which is not a great idea based on the shape here. So I guess I can't go much further than what I've done here. And then I kind of wanted to couch it inside, didn't I? And then what are you doing here? You're going to cause problems, I imagine. So we'll grab you, and we're going to do this. And move you over one more. T. Move you over there. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Okay, so what is this? This is part of the monk dorms. This is a sort of a building here. You heard me. Okay, shift click. Turn snapping back on. I do like that you can raise it, so that looks a little bit less stupid. Not a lot less stupid, though. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, what if we did something like this, though? Maybe I don't like that this building is that. But that's too big. Yeah, okay, let's get rid of it. And put this one in its stead. Just a little more muted. Get this guy there. Yes, yes, yes. Bring it up like so. Grab these kind of like the floating gargoyles a little bit. Very dangerous, very spooky. Okay, this is looking a little better. We're getting there. We're getting to something. Just gonna need to finish this off with a vibe. Interesting. I don't hate that. So we still have a good monk dorm capacity here. That's still probably our entrance. Then we bring forward another rustic quarters, perhaps? Or literally just start attaching other buildings. So, like, what are our other add sub-buildings? Monastic Grange, Hospitium, a place for pilgrims to rest. So what do they need? It requires one room and one interior access. Perfect. So off of the dorms here, we have our Hospitium, which will be these major quarters, perhaps. Take a look at what that looks like. We're getting close to where the church needs to be. Hospitium capacity of 4. Or do we do this? Passageway. Hate that it doesn't line up. Delete that for now. It looks a little too, like, it's too repetitive or something. There's too much going on there. All right, let's go. Ew. Ew. Okay, let's back to a rustic quarters kind of situation. What are my options? Rustic quarters major or minor? Minor quarters. Kind of need that here, don't you? Is that too much? Is that crazy? Because that seems kind of like what you're supposed to use these humped shapes for. I think that's too silly. It's just like it's going down here way too much. All right, we're getting close though. Where I can feel a design starting to emerge, and I think it's going to be related to this guy, especially because you can kind of line it up quite nicely there. And again, I just want to basically finish this cloister off. One more building over, maybe. Almost kind of need to go up one more here. Whoa, whoa. Grab this tower. Interesting. So this gives me a Hospitium. Oh, monk dorms. Hospitium shift click. There we are. Hospitium capacity of 5. I don't know if that's good or bad. I hope that's a good number of hospitable-iums. Let's hit the old T key on this thing. Oh, so you can't put an entrance on these. I mean, you can. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, da, da. That's kind of nice there. That's kind of nice there. Okay, now we're back in our cloister. Cloister corner. Now, are you gonna... Oh, that lines up pretty nice. If only I could get this chunk here to behave a little nicer. There's just something about this little chunk here that I'm, like, not in love with. But I also don't want to put another big tower there. Like, that's just a bit much. Because it's going to be connected to the church. But I do need that height to make this make sense. See what I mean? See how you need that height? Dun, 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 da, 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 da. Dude, we're going to finish building this and just have to call it a day. We're going to be like, all right, well, we'll let that build for 200 years now. What if we put like a little rustic, maybe that's too wooden, rustic hut stone? Like, what if that's, is this going to be too? Okay, monk dorms. We could go monk dorms again, but honestly, we could also go... Oh, we could put this back in. Or do we add that to our hospitium? Let's see what my sub-buildings are that I'm forgetting about. Herb garden, monk dorms, chapel, berry garden, refectory. A place where monks and nuns can consume rustic food and monastic food. Best suited to unreached status. So we might even need this to be a refectory. Refectory capacity is going to go to... That's a plus... That's it. That's all I'm getting out of that is a +1, my friends. Well, this, I feel like, gotta have a place to practice martial arts, too, says James. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That is true. I probably haven't given them enough martial arts spaces yet. But if we do something like this, we could still have the abbatial... You know what? It's getting a little too close to... Okay, what is this? Part of the hospitium? Let's delete that. Let's move this whole structure over into there a little bit. Turn off snapping, kind of come over a little bit more. There we are. So that's our refectory, which has a capacity of 2. Our hospitium has a capacity of 2. What are you part of? You're part of the refectory, and that's only given me a capacity of 2, eh? That is a bummer. But basically what I'm trying to do here, folksy poos, is I'm trying to get it so that the... abbatial church still has its prime spot right there. I might have to bury buildings within each other. Let's get another... Okay, shift click on that. Oop. Shift click, thank you. Turn snapping back on. Let's make sure this kind of gets placed nicely. Because this is not, you know, a cathedral-esque situation, so we don't want it to be mistaken for something cathedral-esque. But honestly, that's kind of coming together. I like the little shape there. And then obviously we got to put a bunch of plants here. How's that looking so far, y'all? And again, remember, there's a big old church going right here once we unlock it all. So this cloister is going to be fairly tight. I'll delete those for now. So we've got monk door capacity of 33, which to me is already like fine. The cloister itself is not completed. The hospitium has only a capacity of 2, which is not great. The refectory, same with 2. Where do we get into... Okay, monk dorms. We got to change this one's sub-building. Probably to... What is this? Hospitium? Yeah, let's get another... Let's turn that into a hospitium building. So let's go hospitium. Rustic passageway. Make sure it lines up and then bring it up. Yeah, that feels good, honestly. So now my hospitium is at level 7, so that's good. So let's delete this guy. My monk dorms has gone down to 23, which again I think is good. Okay, Vampy's liking it so far. We're getting there. Honestly, it was a struggle off the top. I was like, I don't even know what I'm looking at, to be honest. This doesn't fit for some reason. Oh, it's a monk dorm building, that's why. Not that it matters, but let's at least get it for the refectory. For the refractory. That's looking good. Yeah, we'll put some trees there. That's going to look awesome. Maybe another door right here. I don't know why they give me so many whites. Or reds, I mean, the red arrows. Yeah, like, what are those red arrows about? What are they upset about? There we go. Kind of reset it a bit. That's good. And then there's an entrance there, but we should probably put an entrance here, too. Okay, let's shift-click that. Then give me an... give me an entrance. Where the cloister works in our favor, we should probably not add more buildings. Because A, we need so much stone, and B, we don't want to overdo it with all our structures and stuff here. And again, the cloister, the church is going to be right here. The abbatial church is going to be this big nuts structure that I still have to learn how to build, by the way. I don't even know the first thing about what I'm going to be doing there. All right, then I think we're going to need towers here to work this, to make this chunk work. Oops, we don't need entrance. I'll go 2 entrances, but that's enough. What's going on here? What's with all the entrances? These are not all entrances. Okay, delete that. Give me just a walkway, thank you. That's kind of nice. That's looking good. Now the refectory. Oh, that's a monk dorms. Okay, we need a refectory door. Constantly problems. Oh, that's why the snapping wasn't there. Interesting. Okay. You learn a little bit every time. Let's turn snapping off because I want it to be in between those doors. Or windows, rather. Okay, there we go. Okay, refectory is still at a size 2, even though I've got this added to it. I'm not 100% sure what to do about that. Maybe the refectory is just two monks at a time. That is tiny. These buildings are a little bit weirdly not optimized, maybe, or something. Just kind of want to seal it. Now, the reason I just want to seal it is to see what I'm dealing with and to see what I might need to make this look better. But once we seal it, that I'll know if I'm barking up the right tree. Because right now, this is tough. This is a tough angular situation. So the cloister is going to need some... Ooh, rustic galley, perhaps. Oh, and you can upsize it, too, which I like. Like, is that even better for the cloister? I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's do... Like, would you do something like this where it's like an entrance? a walkway. Okay, it's mad. It's mad at me. But that, to me, okay, here's the thing. If it's mad at you, then that is a good sign that you're doing something right. So this counts as an enclosed space, but it doesn't have enclosed area. Create an area closed off, but it doesn't have interior access. So we also need exterior access. So just to see if we're barking up the right tree. Don't know what that noise was. That's this. Then we could do... So maybe we're not quite done yet or something is what it's warning me. Ah, there we go. Okay, yeah. I mean, I hate how that looks, but we're learning. Okay, now if I turn this off, or I delete this one, looks like we still have access. So, okay, it looks terrible. This front piece looks terrible, so we just kind of need to work on this front piece here. And then we're good. Okay, I'm going to wholesale delete it all. Because we're getting there. We're just not there. These two corner pieces. Maybe we should go out a bit more. I don't know if this is enough patches. We'll find out. We'll find out. We'll have to rebuild. Rustic facade. Probably, honestly, the rustic facade makes the most sense. Let's be honest. So if we go tower, tower, that's the easiest way out of this mess is 2 towers. Nobody... Vampy, delete that, what I just said. It sounds too close to some other sentiments about things. Vampy, help me out here. Okay, is that crazy? Or is that okay? Well, we're building something. We're working on something here. Now, a facade... What's interesting about a facade is it still kind of appears to require... structure behind it. I think just a big old stone facade doesn't make sense. Okay, Vampy thinks it's good. How about that? Is that any good? I don't think it works with the facade, though, does it? But I like the facade, but it's just like this triple roof situation ain't good. Come forward, maybe? Come forward, my son. Come forward, my son. Yes, at last. I don't know if this is going to be a doorway or what you are going to be. You shall be something. Something. Okay, what was this, though? We could make this. Hang on, we can make that refractory. This might be too far away, but we're going to try. Too far. What if I changed that, though, refractory? What if there was something on the way in there? Because I don't mind giving myself more refractory whatever. I should maybe put... we'll work on that in a second, but okay, we know that that's not going to work. So what's another sub-building we might need, though? Allows you to name an emissary who can fulfill various mandates at the Great Hall. Best suited to unreached status, cloister, free build, a monastic kitchen, which we still don't have. There's so many buildings we don't have. Now, the chapel, we have to build a big old monastic church. Like, we don't even have that yet. But perhaps this is an emissary office. Vampy, I love your vote of confidence. I'm just not sure if I'm there yet with you. Dude, it's a fun challenge, but it is tough. It is hard to build right up on a hill. That is quite the challenge. Okay, now what goes in between these, right? That's the final missing piece, if you will. It's not terrible. I mean, I put them on weird rakish angles, but you know that. You know me about that. You know that about me. That's not bad. That'll do the trick, eh? That'll do, pigs. You're a visionary. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, you like it. You like it. Okay, now, do we have an internal... We're closed off. We've got green check marks across our emissary office, across our cloister, our monk dorms, hospitium, refectory. I do see a red... I don't think that's a problem because they can enter in the other spots. Dude, this is a thing. We got something going on in here. Okay, so let's click on this. Let's add another sub-building, which is going to be our... We need vegetable garden. Oh, man, there's not a lot of room in here. Crap. Is the vegetable garden out here? Let's read up on it. Such a hill, eh? Kind of connect it to this maybe a bit or something? Like, what does that look like? Ah, the old floating wagon. Man, this is a tough hill to build on. I need the vegetable garden, though. I need it to be producing vegetables. Okay, well, let's just... One second. Let's see what we can do with this cloister in here. I'm at a loss. Produces honey and wax. Best suited to unreached status, but you'd assume that'd be in the back. Yeah, here we... Like, this kind of thing is the vibes. I like the window. I like that window. Cause like, what if we do away with some of these cloister buildings? Oh, that doesn't count as sealed off anymore. All right. Oh, I see it. It's cool. It creates a chunk where this doesn't work. I wish you could match these. I want like a sub, you know what I mean? Like a step up at a sub level, a subatomic level, if you will. That's going to be tough. Okay, we move it over enough. Shove it in there. Is this a thing? Again, I don't like that it floats, but I wonder if it will float once you build it. This building is kicking my butt. I mean, you're not meant to build on this hill. You're not meant to build on this hill. We need to call it. Call it for what it is. Not a hill. You're not supposed to die on this hill. I don't hate that though. It's gonna float a bit. We can put a bush there or something and hide that. Okay, so in here, then we have our berry planter. So that's our berry garden. Requires some production. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. The hills are very rustic. I don't disagree there. Now, is this the cloister still have an entrance? Oh, it still kind of works. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Okay, well, you don't have an entrance there anyway. That's not supposed to be an entrance, so I don't know what that red arrow is. Because that is a... Tell me what the part is. Here, I'm going to... Oh, it's gone. It's gone. We're good. Nope, it's still there. Delete. It's not this, is it? No, I think that's just, Oh, whoops. this thing undo? Oh, weird. Each building has its own sub edit undo feature. Whew, that's a lot. There's a lot going on in this game. All right, what about some circleberry planters here? That'll be a nice one right here. Oh, there's an entrance there. Gotta remember that. Put one here. Then I think we could have an apiary in here as well. So wait, let's put a doorway on this so we kind of know where we're going to put that exit entry or whatever into the space. So off this building. Place one here. This is coming together. Dexamine bees. Why does that remind me of Arrested Development? Beads? No, bees. Bees? One there. Let's go back down to the smaller one. Change the orientation just for fun. I don't know. It might just make different interaction points that are fun to look at. Looks like there's enough pathing around them, so that's good. I don't know if that's enough berry patches for our berry thing. Dude, this massive structure, this entire structure, the monastery. Oh, no. If Stephen Thetford were here, he would laugh at me. Each one of these has their own. Like, the cloister is 23 maintenance, so this whole thing might be like another 100. This might be my entire economy getting tanked right here. But remember, the towering structure of the abbatial church is going to be next to it. So that's why we're just building this, like, cloistery thing right now. Zach Hall, how is everyone doing? We're all doing okay, I think. I'm not long for this world. Not that I'm dying, but just that I need to not be too long at this. Refectory, okay, apiary. Ah, darn. The apiary should maybe be on the outside, I guess. But I am having I'm doing all right. I'm having a good little time. I think we have to fence off this area. I think that's the best thing to do here, is fence this area off. So what if I did something like this? I think that works. I hate how that fence floats. Let's put a bush there to hide it. Solid, do you like baseball? Yes and no. What I don't know or care about baseball is, like, I don't really know what the, I don't know all the characters, is what I'll say. And I need you to not be upset for me saying that. Okay, so an herb garden hut is also... Could we fit one in an herb garden hut in here? Yo, I wish you could do this. What if we did this? Now, we don't have an internal closed-off area, but for some reason it's okay with me having done that? I don't know. Then we go herb garden entrance. Nah. Thought it was going to be a pass-through or something. See how cool that would have looked? Doesn't count, though. Today was the opening day of baseball for the MLB. Okay, all right. I mean, that's still great. The thing is, if I don't know anything about it, that's fine. I still respect it. I love the concept of baseball. I'll go to a baseball game every now and again, and basically have an absolute blast. Oh crap! The monastic Grange. We have to talk, guys. Do we build do we build it somewhere else? Does the abbatial church go right here, and then the monastery is expanded? Oh my goodness, we have so much to do. I'm guessing the Toronto Blue... Yeah, that would be my team, I suppose. I do like what are they called, though? I don't even know. The Canadians or something? I forget what the Vancouver team is called, but they're not MLB. They're not pro. But I like going to those games, and they have, like, foot-long hot dogs and stuff. It's a lot of fun. I still think I want the abbatial church right here, but what I'm noticing is already I'm kind of off kilter. Like, this structure being here, would that I could select the entire thing. A minor league team. I think it's a farm team. I want to move the entire structure. I don't think that's possible. All right, let's make some considerations here. We could delete a bunch of this when we go to build our cathedral. It'll cause some problems, of course. My favorite team is the Philadelphia Phillies. Oh, that's cool. What we could do is also just cloister up over here. Just build a large sort of monastic experience here. That's what we'll call it, the monastic experience. And then, so if we build that here, then off of that could be the massive church right here. Of course, that's backing, like, down into the valley is going to be tons of farmland that we're going to need to do, and all of this mining that we're going to need to somehow trek over to our industrial sector. It's a lot of work coming up. And the real question is, of what I'm building, is there going to be enough staff and production that it'll actually make up for what I've been doing here, which is just building way too much. So I've got my apiary. I still need a grange. I don't. Do I need a grange? That's the question. Used for storing and trading monastic types of resources, best suited to unreached types. I don't know if that's that important. I definitely want a vegetable garden. Produces vegetables best suited to unreached types. So let's at least see what we can do with this stupid thing. We just have to scroll around until we find a spot for it. Like that. Look at that. Tell me that falls to the ground once we build it or something. I bet he's getting excited for the new church. Father Zach? Oh, yeah. He's probably very excited that we're finally choosing to follow the Lord, as he says. And everybody's like, we were always following the Lord. Relax, Father Zach. Oh, Father Zach, you're so cringy. This building absolutely does not want to be on any type of terrain. Could build it right there. I honestly think that's our best bet. Except for this guy just shoved into the ground. And then all the stuff inside just floating. Man, this building annoys me. Imagine you take a bit of a tumble here. Yeah, I know, right? And I was also going to fence this chunk off so that they could farm inside of it. Because I think that's what's about to happen, is this is going to require some farmland or something. I wish... Okay, obviously I like that there's not terraform, blah, 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 but, like, I wish sometimes there was. Okay. Lumber camp. Move your butt over to here or something. Okay, good. Apply those changes. Move that stuff over there. Yeah, I don't know. We might have to just do that. Okay, then I'm going to... Yeah, like I said, I'm going to fence this whole area off and just really farm the crap out of it. Final takes. Anybody want to talk about what we've done here today? We got to get to building it because it's going to be just the most expensive boondoggle I ever did do. It needs all the stone possible. All my tools, of which we have a lot of tools. We'll be fine. Good night, Solid. Good night, Zakwani. Phoo-wee. Wowzers. As they say, wowzers in me trousers, my friends. Even, like, look at the size of this building here. Look at the sheer size of this building. I think we got to do something different here. It's a lovely 3-episoder to build. I know. I might have to do like All right, here's what we're gonna do. Sorry, guys. We're gonna redo this part. It's gonna be definitely a. What are all these parts that we have here? Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of that, and get rid of this. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a 3-parter. I hope not, but I think you're right. All right, so monk dorms are at 18. So let's go for. Rustic gallery. It says it's not too far away. I'm going to hit T here so I can get it just a little closer to the edge of the wall. So what I'm trying to do is earn room for a grange. There. So that's the monk dorms, now a capacity of 23. I'm going to go here. I'm going to grab the hospitium. And add a rustic gallery. Ah, it's too far. Let's go close. Yes! This is exactly what I was thinking of doing. So that's going to add me another 10. Refractory. Wait, how much capacity? That gives me a 3. But it's also too far away, unfortunately. Well, let's work on that in a second. But let's get me... The Hospitium at 10 is fine. I don't mind Hospitium at 10. Yeah, this is going to work better for me. All right, then let's go... Gotta have the monks to do their meditations. Yeah, but I think 23 is probably enough. But we can do this and have 28. And I don't mind that number. But we're going to hit snappage. And do something like that, just so we can... Sorry, I go silent when I'm thinking too much. My brain isn't used to the raw think power that I need to... I don't hate that. It's a lot of windows, though, isn't it? But now, what does that get me? Well, I believe, yeah, we've got closed in, and then it gets me the ability to throw a grange in here, which is, like, quite the building. Yeah, that almost works. There we go. That's kind of looking cool. Good lord, this thing is just, there's so much going on in these buildings. Yeah, it is too much brain power for this time of night, absolutely. But we've got our grange here. Vegetable garden, which I think you just place... I just want to get this built and see what I'm dealing with. Because what if we get it building, so it needs farmers. Okay. And then I assume it's going to give me farmland to paint. So I just need to see how much farmland I actually need to get painting here. Then I'm thinking we need some sort of a wall structure in between here, maybe. It looks a bit barren, doesn't it? Like, what if we had a wall along here? Or a series of castles or something. Regardless, this is going to, I think, help. Getting my citizens fed and whatever they need. Oh, are people leaving en masse? That is not ideal. People are leaving. It looks like we have had some people leaving. That is a bummer. No worker assigned to the... Oh, brutal. Our market tender, but there's no jewelry in town. That's the other problem. Well, I mean, there's 16 jewelry. Get and sell that, please. No, these guys are going to go because they don't have a resident. Should I make the brewer a resident? No. I'm going to make her... What is she? She's a minor. She's pretty happy. I'm going to make her a citizen. But then the thing that bums me out about this, Eldora is a citizen. She's now happy here. Any second now, she's going to move out. That is, I would almost call that a bug in the game. Where people will move out to go find another home because they've been upgraded. But it's like, well, you've been upgraded. This is your home. It's the only one that can house citizens. So be happy with it. But I'm not sure if I've staved off the downgrading of that thing. But I think that's what the whole point of getting these API, like the vegetables and stuff and wax. Because what are refined needs that she's going to have now? Luxury. She wants honey, herbs, jewelry, or gems. So if I can start getting honey being provided, I don't think, like, this serf here is not going to grab that honey. He doesn't even want it. So he's going to avoid the honey. So you don't actually need that much honey to keep your citizens happy, unless, of course, you get an absolute crap ton of citizens. Okay, why isn't that working? She's literally a citizen. Gotta have the monks do their meditation. Yeah. Dexamine says, nah, I bet there are monk warriors. I would assume there are monk warriors, yes. Somebody tell me what to do! I literally have a citizen living here. She is a citizen. She works at the farm mines. I'm going to lose this building to the fact that I have a citizen, but I don't. These are all commoners. Okay, I'll worry about that later. I don't think there's anything I can do to stop it. We have a citizen living there. It is not enough. It is going to cause a downgrade of this building and cost me a lot of stone here, actually, is the other thing that's annoying about that. Because they spend stone to build a worse house, which is such a bummer. Ugh! I have a citizen! Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they don't use stone to do that. And she's moved out. Ooh, that's annoying. So then where has she moved? Because that's going to cause another chunk to upgrade. Oh, for heaven's sake. I don't know what to tell you guys. Okay, yeah, you're full of lumber. Yeah, Zach, it's very annoying. Okay, so this can have farmers, but they need to be unreached status. Okay, great. Okay, and as predicted, we need to paint a crop field here. I'm going to this wood cutting field for now. Because it's probably going to be a bigger field than I think. And this needs people to just be, yeah, produces honeyworms. Okay. So. Like, what does a field look like? And now a house is upgrading, and that's going to cost me a bit. And it's the same one! It's the same one. Ooh, that makes me upset. And it's going to eat up 40 polished stone. Because of that weird move. And there she is, having moved back. Oh, if that don't just grind your gears, my friends. If that don't just grind your gears. So the only thing is I don't know how big the field is supposed to be because I don't have the monkery for it yet. I wonder what kind of veg they'll grow. I don't know. Cukes, maybe? Probably just cukes. There we are. We'll see if that's enough. If not, I don't know. I would put a field over here or something. But again, I kind of want some castle wall structure here. I don't want it to just turn into just a vegetable garden, but it seems to work for this space. Okay. I say we hit build on this. And, you know, that's sort of all she wrote. But also I want to get some, like, trees in this area. I don't necessarily want pruned ones. Yeah, I think that looks kind of nice, to be honest. Okay. And then, some rose bushery here and here. We'll worry about that up here. And we're going to worry about fencing and stuff later. But essentially, we need to just start building this sucker. Or maybe we just build the monk dorms first. Screw it. Screw it. Ah! This is a bad idea to build it all at the same time, I think. But there we are. We have begun building the entire thing. We need 600 stone, 125 polished stone, all the wood in the kingdom. Oh, we have plenty of wood, though. Low on planks, however, but that's okay. It has begun. Our great boondoggle has begun. Woof. I should have waited to build it all in pieces. I really hope that we like how that structure is going to look, though, to be honest with you. I think you can use trees to tie it all together. I think that looks good on the hill because it doesn't look too stark. It doesn't look massive. We'll have an abbatial church, like right here, like I said. And that sucker is going to be a monster. Or maybe we even have it across the monastery, like right here. And then we could put in the church. Like, how much land do I own? Purchase this territory. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. So here's what we're going to do. Villager path blocked. Worry about that later. Here's what we do. Let's go. What is the button I'm looking for? Or a good color, I guess, right? Call it... No, I don't want to put patrol, because then patrols will try to come up here. So it's hunting. Hunting is the best one, I think. Okay, so we're going to wood cut all of this, because we need to clear cut. We might as well get that wood so we can turn it into planks. Okay. Then we're going to go with a thin blade here. We're just going to kind of like mark out what the plan is. Maybe even longer. Like, this is the boondoggle to end all boondoggles. If this doesn't tank my economy, nothing will. Actually, no, because you kind of want a market right here. That would be a good spot for a market. Oh, sorry. Like that. So that's our cathedral. Hi, I'm the Sauron! Oh my god, I made it to the stream before Solid stopped streaming. Yeah, any second now I'm stopping streaming, my friend. Look at what we built. Look at what we designed. Could probably get some more chimneys in there. And I'll do so once this is built. If this gets built and actually functions, then that's what we're going to do. This thing... No workers assigned, I know. No workers assigned, I know. The vegetable farm begins. Why is it so great? Well, it's not built yet. Here, let me turn this off. Here's where we're at in the progress. So anyway, I'm kind of wrapping up the episode with some final pieces of design work. I'm thinking we almost like make this thinner so it has a bit more length look to it rather than a big girthy situation like this. And then, hunting, sorry. So this is the land allocated for the cathedral. And then I think the monastery, we just continue it on over here. Maybe even we could, next to it, we could have a nunnery or something on the hill. As long as it kind of complements the shape that we've got here. So we build another one here, and that's going to have more vegetable farming, more, you know, just basically more stuff getting done for our economy. And then here is sort of a spot for, like, a market. Housing. Big honkin' castle. Who knows when I'm going to be able to build this thing or how expensive it's going to be. I can't believe that we've been playing this long enough. I mean, not a lot of viewers anymore, but we've been playing it long enough that we've actually gotten to this boondoggle stage up here. All right, cathedral. Cathedral. Castle. Market. Never seen this game. Oh, Endless Sauron, you would love this, like Vampy says. Oh my goodness, this game. I'll give you a tour after here. Market. So that's kind of the vibe. We're going to have more monastery here. Let's... Maybe this is nuns. Maybe that's nuns next to the monks, right? Market. Housing down here. Housing. Big honkin' castle. This castle, I would love to have it up on the rocks, but like I said, a tiered system so you can get down to the lower walls as well. Continue to do some defense. And then up here, yeah, we're just going to have to figure out what this is going to look like. But honestly, it's starting to come together. I don't hate it. I don't hate what we're looking at. Endless Sauron, does he cause as many fires as Space Haven? If by fires you mean like complete collapses of my economy, then absolutely I do. Absolutely I do. Let's make this a higher priority. 68 of 60 planks. Already we're going to have a little bugged situation, aren't we? That is going to get my panties in a twist. It's late. What's this happening here? Builder's Workshop. Oh, we had a bunch of builders leave, probably. They got upset and left, I imagine. That's the problem. When you leave it running so it can build stuff, you kind of don't notice when people are getting very upset with you. At 86%, though, we have only a forester who's upset because they still don't have a house. No, they have a house. What the heck, then? What's your problem? Oh, they're just probably far away from their house. Rustic food, they don't have taxes. Rustic food shortage, so this is pulling them down. Where do they work? They work in the forester camp beyond the walls. Oh, but their home is like over here, so that's quite a walk. The marketplace, maybe there's just not enough food in the marketplace for you for rustic foods. Berries are actually not doing well. You need way more berries than that to be able to keep up with demand, essentially. Speaking of which, let's take a look at my supplies and see what's kind of ruined here. Beer is actually doing really well, so that's good to know. Oh, that's a great haul. That's right. Do I have a brewery in here? Yes, I do. In the last episode we built it. It's called The Factory. Look at this building. Look at this darn thing. The Factory. I honestly, was really doubtful of this building, but it really came together. So what do we have here? Public lounge, attendance, beer. One consumed last week. We don't have a big beer drinking population. I think they're really all about the berry beer. And then out here we have some more being grown, and this is actually one of my favorite taverns I've ever designed. It's so simple, but it's perfect for this little space. I mean, look how picturesque this little area is. Let's pop into dusk here. Oh, that's good. That is good stuff right there. Look at that. So this thing is served 20, nothing consumed last week. So yeah, not a lot of big beer drinkers here, but it does provide that entertainment satisfaction regardless. So, you know, it is what it is. So I'm not too worried about our beer situation. Ooh, this is bad. Have we lost a forester? We have. That's why. That makes sense. So let's get another forester in there. Let's bring another person in. We lost a lot of people, it looks like. It looks like we lost a lot of commoners. And that's because we need more luxury goods. We need to get up on some other goods for them to eat. Because we're low on fish, meat, and berries. We basically have okay bread supply right now for 291. I don't know how... was it Dexamine? Somebody said... or no, was it James Wren, maybe? Could not reach. Stern bench. Resident... A resident could not reach... What's going on? Oh, I think Robinette, I think you're trapped somewhere. Robinette has disappeared. Oh, nice. Okay, Robinette was stuck. And now so is Pleasance. And then got unstuck by the computer. Ooh, that's not a good sign. All the okay, so there's all these like building platforms that are not allowing for entrances and exits. That could be a problem. Yeah, look. Oh, they drop off stuff and then they get stuck. And then they're stuck until their happiness goes way down, which is also a problem. Uh-oh. I don't know how to solve that. So then the machine, the computer, unstucks them. I don't know how to solve that. Yeah. Look, they're getting stuck 100% of the time. They can't get out. Yeah, sorry. I don't have a solve for that. The rich people beer. So cute and cozy. Yeah, dude. You're talking about that tavern, I assume. Like, that tavern is one of my favorite things I've built, and it's so simple. There's, like, nothing to it. And yet, this little village, as a little bit messy as it is, love looking at that. I could look at that all day. But then, of course, you come in here, and it's like, well... Life in the big city gets busy, my friend. You got the main market here into town. You've got their big church. But don't worry, that'll be dwarfed by the abbatial cathedral that sits on the hill. I love the firelight from this area here as I've got all the lanterns spaced out. I'd love to space out some more lanterns. Oof, this is going to be tough. This is going to be the entire time until it gets a door built, probably. So that's why I shouldn't have built something as outlandish as this. What if we go... Edit this structure here. So it's got a door. Let's slap a door on this thing here. I do think this is the solution, but we just have to get it figured out. Don't like how that looks. A bit better. We could call it the chimney door. That's an interesting look. No. Here, let's put a hidden door over here then, maybe. Something like that. That looks better. So that's part of this. We're going to apply those changes on this building here, which has the door. Monk dorms. So let's go monk dorms. Make these the priority construction. So if we can get that door done and this door, then hopefully they can get in and out of this space. Not 100% sure if that's how it works, but we're going to try. Because right now the villagers are going to cause... I'm going to be losing builders constantly because they're getting so upset with me. All right, what else was I doing? Well, showing you around a little bit. I literally built a death building endless Sauron. I know. I'm so sorry to all my people. All right, let's hit Control U. Let's hide that UI. Let's talk about what we've built here and how good it's looking, how expansive it's looking. I think I need to put a building right here. I don't know if residents will move in, but maybe I could put a custom building like one of these right here in the corner. Get some smokestacks on it. Make that look good. Sorry, I peeked the mic a little bit there. There's my entrance. I think, honestly, one of my... That's... dude, I'm just going to say it. I hate to toot my own horn. I'm good at this game. Do I hate to toot my own horn? More at 11. I mean, that is coming together, though. There we go. That's looking good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. I might still want to chop those trees down here. Now, this is the mining gate. Obviously, a much more, authoritarian, a much more, like, dirty-looking one. I think what would be cool is to get some more, lots of barrels around here, and barrels in here if I can. This whole area looks a lot more militaristic and stuff. I love how that looks. I love how this area, just turned out kind of dirty. So I like that for the area. Then here, I'm going to probably build some, like, tiered castling up here or something. I think that'll look awesome. My goodness. Yeah, that thing's going to look awesome on a hill. I might even... I might mess around and move the vegetable farming over here or something. I don't know. Or just put it in little plots so you're walking up the hill. Maybe put another gatehouse right here. But for now, this is kind of the build. I might want to forest it again. So it kind of rises through the forest. I don't know. I kind of want to keep this forest. Although I think I've probably ordered it to be chopped down. But yeah, lots of little things to consider. But I mean, look at this thing. Look how beautiful this is. Let's go clean for a second. You don't want to see you don't need to see my face right now. Let's go clean. Hi, final gentlemen. You've made it to the end. I'm wrapping up, my friend. I'm so sorry. But we have worked hard on this thing, and we are keeping all these people alive, and we've got ourselves a beautiful... Now, this area needs to be fixed, obviously. In the next couple episodes, we're going to get a different gatehouse, which I think really ought to mirror this gatehouse. This is, like, literally one of my favorite buildings that I've done. I love this gatehouse. So we're going to basically straight up mirror that. Get rid of all this crap here and build a big honkin' castle up on the hill. That's my main castle. He's stopping soon. TM. Yeah, that's I've trademarked stopping soon. Final gentlemen, look at this little tavern though. Look at that cute little tavern. Look at that thing. Ugh. I think in the future, and maybe I could do some rebuilding, but like just organizing this village a little more could be good. Just making this village look a little more. It's a little bit slapdash, but I bet with some proper fencing I could create different lanes and paths. I mean, honestly, they are kind of using the correct pathing. This whole situation just became a bit of a mess. Thanks, final gentleman. Yeah, so this one's really coming together. It's all because of you guys. You were there. You're criticizing me. You were you're really telling me what you wanted to see. It's just about, like, I don't know. The curiosity is going to be getting people to move in and live up here. And to do that, we're going to, this whole area is going to have to get bought, chopped all down, and turned into massive swaths of farmland. But also, on top of that, what I'm learning is, like, this area sustains a lot of, like, we are going to need another little village. Oof, that is cute. Can't wait for a big castle on the end there. That is cute. All right, folks. I hope you found that to be cozy. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you found it to be some true...
solid content there, Chris.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. I want to thank especially our top mod of the day, Vampy, for moderating this build. But Slapdash works for a village outside the walls. Yeah, Final Gem, you're right. You're right. It's because it is like they've just built a ragtag jumble outside of the main city walls. Like, what were they supposed to do? Maybe moving my lumber works. We'll worry about that later. Folks, like I said, again, I can't say this enough. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I really do. I had an absolute blast working on what we worked on today. We always get something quite important done before the end of the stream. And we certainly, this time was no different. You're right, Endless Sauron. I think it was you. I listened to you. I pre-gamed the clip. You are right. That is actually what happened. All right. I got to go to bed, folks. I have a long day of working, which actually, by the way, is going to include some offline content creation for next week. Or I'm trying to get going on that again. I've moved production to my office. So that we're going to try that out for a bit, Mrs. Sullivan and I. Does that mean I'm taking it more seriously and it's full-time? No, but I'm calling it a part-time job at this point, I will say. Oh, the death trap. I hate that they're death trapped in here. Hopefully we can get this door on here ASAP, and then that gives them a way out. That's all I'm hoping at this point. Okay. Anyway, I've already concluded 600 times, so I'm glad you liked this one. I'm glad you tuned in to our beautiful, hilltop, whatever you want to call this. Our beautiful Foundation Village. And we'll see you all the next thing of whatever it is I decide to stream or post on the channel. And Lazard says, I'm so proud. I know. I listened to you. I listened. I took notes. Bam, bam, ba, down.